Good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is an update video on the 3650. There's been working on to it over the last couple of weeks in the background. We didn't go near it for about a month or so, but work is happening again. We've made progress. We're going to have a look at this progress. We're going to see how far along are we. How far are we from being finished? A little bit yet, but we are making shapes in the right direction now at last. We also want to have a little talk about IFM in Dunleer in County Louth. IFM very kindly contacted me a number of weeks ago. They asked me would I be interested in taking some oils, filters, grease, some stuff for the tractor. I said I would surely, but I'm not just ready for it yet. It's back about 2 months ago. So contacted them back about 3 weeks ago roughly. They got back in touch with me. They said, yep, sure, come on ahead up. We'll get you sorted out. They said, ask me about any hydraulic hoses that need replacing the tractor also. And they said, yeah, take them up if you have, and we'll get them sorted out for you too. So here's what happened. Okay, so IFM based here beside me, about 15 minutes away here in County Louth. They're between Castle, Bellingham and Dunleer, if you know what that is. So on the old Dublin Road, if you like. So this is me just driving in, kind of a quick look at the outside of the building. Fantastic facility. They're actually in the process of building a huge warehouse, so they have more storage space because they basically do everything: oils, filters, grease, all different things. Just see here from the array of stuff: power tools, clothing. They do anything farming related that would include maintenance. They basically have it here. So it's kind of your one for all shop. It's just a quick look at some of the oils there that they have on the shop floor. But their big business is what you're looking at here: oil hoses. So basically, if you have a machine hose bus on it, in there they'll sort you out with a new hose there and then. But their big business is the supply of hoses to manufacturers. So machinery manufacturers, a lot of the well-known machinery brands, they actually supply them with hoses. So yeah, they have a huge turnover of hoses. It's got a quick tour down below where the hoses are all made, and it's just incredible the setup that they have. Stock of stuff that they have also is just unbelievable. It doesn't matter what size of hose that you need, they have it in stock. You can see here's some of the ones that they have here just in this area. And then fittings, no matter what size or shape fitting that you want or need, they more than likely have it. So after getting a whole tour of the facility, which was fantastic, sat down with Niall, who I was dealing with, and we went through what I needed for the tractor. So we went through all the oils: engine oil, diff oil, front hub oil, back end oil, all that stuff. Everything was put down, what grades that we needed for the tractor, what quantities we needed. We also talked about then engine filter, back end filters, air filters, cabin filters, you know, all that kind of stuff as well. So what we needed on that front, grease was talked about. So he says, okay, we're going to put a whole package together for you, get it delivered down to you tomorrow evening. And that's exactly what happened. The following evening, it was all delivered down to me. They arrived here around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and got reversed in, offloaded everything from the van, and yeah, couldn't be better. Delivery driver was Miles, and Miles was an absolute character. He was here for about an hour and a half with the best of crack, and yeah, couldn't have been better. So stuff all come. Here it is. Let's have a quick look at some of the things that they've sent out. So obviously grease gun, I've made it up already. 2 different types of grease gun actually. You can see here we've got the 2-hand pumped one and then the single hand as well. So depending on which type of grease gun that you need. We've also got, these are the filters. So this is the inner filter, the outer filter, that's air filters. There's a cabin filter. There's a whole box here full of oil filters for both the engine, back end. You can see here we've got grease as well, the Grassmen lubricant grease. This one here is, one of them is high temperature grease, which actually you can see There's a red one here as well. So one is a high temperature grease and the other is like a normal grease. So lots of grease. You can see all the oils here. So we've engine oils, back end oil, diff oil, hubs oil as well. So you can see, yeah, it's all here. It's the front diff. So yeah, lots of oils. And also a little pack here as well with a cap. What else we've got here? We have an IFM booklet, a coffee cup, and what else have we got? We've got a jacket as well. So yeah, some great stuff there. And yeah, all we should do now is get all the oils into it and see if we can get this tractor running. So big thank you to IFM. Absolutely delighted to be working with you on this, and super impressed with the facility up there. Absolutely unbelievable. There will be a link in the description below if you want to get in touch with them, see what all they do. You can go in through the website, see what all they do, and yeah, could be able to help you out in the future. So have a look. Start. So how easy was that to start? We had to stop it just straight away because we wanted to make sure that the oil light went out. So we restarted again, watching the oil light, make sure that everything was okay, which it was, no problem. But yeah, super, couldn't be happier with that kind of a start. So that start couldn't be better, ideal. A few jobs we're going to do to the tractor today. We've got a new blower fan to go in. We're going to put that in, we're going to get the roof. You can see we've got a panel that's just hanging down. We're going to get all that put back together. Also, I've purchased a seat base. So this comes from GMC parts, which are based down in Cork. It is actually an air seat base for the tractor. So I'm going to be getting that in, set up and get it onto the tractor. Bit more comfort and not going to help. There's no suspensions in this tractor, so they are a wee bit on the bumpy side on certain roads or in field conditions. So this should help immensely. It is a grandma seat. It suits the seat that's in the tractor, so it's going to have the original seat itself, but this base here is just going to be different. So yeah, be nice to get that in and get that fitted as well, and it'll be another step on the process. Alright, so it's about 6 hours later on. We've spent the whole morning working at the tractor and we've made some good progress. Got a few more jobs done to it. Seat is in and in place, which is great. Means that if you've anything to do on the inside, you've somewhere to sit, that you're not trying to get comfortable sitting on the steel or on the cladding, which isn't ideal. The seat, it wasn't that big of a job to swap it over. It more or less everything lined up to fit. The only thing was, when we went to lift it into place, there was the lips on the bottom part of the air seat wouldn't fit into the, I suppose you call it the seat well, if you like. It's fairly tight there. You can see where they've cut out a square here and it all just slots into it. So we had to take it back out and we had to cut probably about 1/4 of an inch off each side just to get the fit in. But now once it's in, it is a super fit. I do notice that when it's pumped with air, the seat is a little bit higher, so you kind of brushing your head. It's not too bad now because I have all this here put back together. I'll talk about that in a second. But you kind of brush your head, we're brushing your head off the top. We're fairly tall anyway, so But it's not a big issue. As soon as you're setting it in, drops down 4 or 5 inches, and yeah, fine, perfect, couldn't be better. So this is going to make a huge difference to the tractor for driving it, and a bit of comfort's going to be great. McCarthy's and Cork got the seat of, specialise in all grammar seats. And I'm going to do all other parts as well, but it's grammar seats and parts of them and stuff like that. So check them out if you're looking for anything. I ordered the seat on, actually I was mowing the silage when I ordered it. About 4 o'clock Monday evening, it was there 10:30 Tuesday morning. So great service, and delighted to have that done and in and fitted. We also had to order some new blower fans. We put one of them into the roof here because it went faulty. Actually, the one on this tractor didn't go faulty. The one, the 2850, went faulty, and actually the cab was still on the ground. We took it out of this one, put it in the 2850. 2850 was on the square baler. It was very warm, needed the extra blower fan working, so we put the new one then into this tractor here. So yeah, bit of a swap around took place back then, but we got that in. We checked it out, and I just put the whole the roof end of it all back together. So that's done and dusted as well. Making some preparations for getting the air conditioning filled on it. You see now there's different connections from what used to be in 1993, so we had to get a little adapter for that. So we're hoping to get that done the next few days, get the air conditioning filled on it, because we want that working as well. We want everything working on this tractor. Okay, so what else have we done on the tractor since I was last talking to you? A little step that I purchased for it a while back, got it fitted on here. So that's a nice job. Just so if you're up filling diesel or anything, you can stand on that, or if you have anything to do on the tractor itself, you can stand up on that rather than stand on the paintwork. I'm tall enough, I don't need to stand on it, so it'll probably never be stood on, but it is just a nice little extra. We've also replaced the tie rods, as I call them, here on the inside, because the rubber was gone in it and there was play in it. And then the tracker end, as I call it here, we got new rubbers for it. There's zero play in it. It's an original John Deere one, so didn't want to change it. And we got the original rubbers of John Deere, which were, I don't know, quite expensive, maybe 30-40 quid or something like that, but at least it's still the John Deere tracker end, and it's good for another 10-20 years, whatever it is that it lasts for. The rubber, I mean. I've also done a bit of cleaning here on the hubs, and I'm just starting to get to the point now where I'm going to paint those. So I've it done, I've it taped up, and this one here's taped up as well, and ready for painting. Just going to paint the yellow on those, and that will be that. The hoses that we got made with IFM, so you can see this is the new hose there. We'll go around the far side and you'll see it as well. There's one on this side. It's a bit brighter over this side, so you'll see it better. So yeah, you can see it there now. Nice job, sitting very nicely. Gates hose and green as well to suit the tractor. So yeah, that all matches up nicely. Again, tractor end and tie rod all sorted on this side. We've also got all the cool cab back together and all that done, which is great. We're soon at the point where we're ready for the tin work. So there was a little bit of a delay on the tin work and getting it painted, but we're going to have it this week. I think we're going to have it on Tuesday, so that'll be great if we can have it for Tuesday and we can start to get it back together. It should take shape fairly quickly now, so if the tin work is done, the first thing we're going to be doing is mudguards can go on. We'll start to rebuild all the lights on them and get all that done. So once that's done, windows can start to go in. When the windows goes in, then that allows you then to start to clean the rest of the cab. Whatever few jobs you have to do in there, because it gets all enclosed then at that point, and stops dust getting in there. Also, wheels can all get back on the tractor, get it back on its own wheels, get it on the ground, and real progress starts to get made. You know, once we get to that far, we're flying. You know, I'd say, don't know how much we're going to get done this week to it. Good weather coming. We need to get our wheat cut. We have to get the last of our square bales of straw in, which are all going to be wheat. So we've basically about probably 700 or 800 square bales of straw to go in here behind me as well. wheat then will have to be treated and put into the shed for storage then over the winter for feeding. So yeah, a lot of different work going on this week. So be limited enough in the amount of time we're going to get. We might get a little bit of time over the first day or two of the week if we have time with other jobs, and might be a bit limited. So it's going to be over the next couple of weeks, but we need to get this tractor finished before cattle goes in, before ploughing, before drilling, before all that stuff starts to happen, because we're not going to have time to get to it then at that point. So we're on a bit of a time scale, but we're making progress. The fact that it's starting is a huge bonus. You did see it there a few minutes ago. We have the battery, an old battery, just set up in it temporarily, but starting no problem. First turn of the key. Yeah, starting no problem. First turn, and yeah, it's definitely progress to be that far. So that's it for today's video. An update on the 3650. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, to hit the sub button, to leave a like in the video, comment down below if you have any questions or anything that you think I should be doing to it, or any ideas with it. Don't be afraid to drop them in the comment section, and I do try to get back to everyone if I can. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.